So here I am out at FullbrightPark. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the AXN Clouds fly that I bought from Hobby King. So far it's a fun plane to fly. I flew it out at Ben's airstrip and realized I didn't say some things when I was flying. I was trying to get it to roll and it was a really tough roll, but then I realized I wasn't on full rates. I was on high rates. I was on low rates. So I'm going to try flying her and put her on high rates when I get her up there, but I didn't like the sound of the motor. But anyways, it's the way it is. It's cheap. I think it was 60 bucks, 50, 60 bucks after shipping. So that's a fun little flight, and sun's going down. It's about 4 o'clock on President's Day 2012. So anyways, I'm going to fire her up and throw her in the air. Let's see, transmitter is on. A little power left there. Plug her in. I got an old school battery that I've had for a long time. Somebody actually gave to me, a 2200 milliamp. I put a piece of foam up in here so it pushes it back. I get a better CG that way. CG's right in the spar there. So I'm happy with that. Should fly well. Wind's died down a little bit. There's still a little bit of wind, but it's not too bad. The cover on, not fitting real well. That's probably sticking up some. It's all right. I may double magnet that later, but got good power. That old 2200 working. Let's see if the aileron's working. Do it right. Have it away from me. Wave, wave at it. Heil Hitler. Okay, elevator's working. Up, down, okay. And the rudder. Power I've already checked. Looks good. Let's throw her in the air. There's a big airplane up there. Out here at FullbrightPark, they don't fly too low, but sometimes they'll fly low and you gotta keep your planes down. Wind's coming at me. I think I better check it. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's coming from that way, so let's throw her up. Yeah, again, that's on low rates, and that engine sounds a little funny, but okay, I'm gonna put her on high rates and see if she'll do a little better roll for me. Tough, but she did roll. See the other way. Oh, the other way is not a great roll. That's probably against the prop. A little bit hard to see. I lost her there for a second, but coming back to me. That's a good thing though, is if you get this thing high enough, you just got the power. And just, you can orientate yourself. The power's off right there. And you can orientate. Okay, that's coming back at me. She's way up there though, probably hard to see in this little camera. I got a hair right in my eye here. So, anyways, I'm gonna give her some power. I'm gonna try a roll with rudder here in a bit. Get her back away from us a little. Power her back up. Let's try a roll with rudder. Oh yeah, much better. She'll actually pull a good roll with rudder and full ailerons. In fact, I don't have full high rates there anyways. She does a nice loop, but I don't want to put too much stress on those wings. I don't know how much she can take, but a nice loop. Nice big, the wind's blowing now kind of all of a sudden, so she's pretty, does a pretty loop. That was a rudder roll with elevator and wind. I'm gonna get her way up there and try a reverse. Cut the engine off because I lost orientation. There she is. So yeah, I'll try an inverted loop here. I think I just did one and wasn't paying attention. I'll do the inverted loop into the wind and then hold her. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to see today because of the clouds. They're kind of mixed color and makes it a little tougher to see, but the AXN Cloud seems to be a pretty good flying bird. Just don't like the sound of the engine. Kind of sputters to me. Let's listen to it again. Get her down here. I'm not sure how much battery power I have in that thing. I checked and it looked like the cells were pretty good, but she's definitely got a lot of power. Not super, definitely not my fastest plane, but fun plane to fly. Invert. Kind of hard to orientate today though. I lost her a little bit there just for a split second, just because it's just tough to see. One of those days. But I'm sure I can, with the wind blowing, I got power off there. I'm gonna see if how slow I can get her coming at me. It's kicked up now. I threw her in the air, of course. And going with the wind, she wants to nose drop like that, so you got to be wary of that. Coming with the wind, she wants to nose up. Woo! Mowing the lawn there a little bit. Of course, it's hard to mow with the motor on the back. But she's pretty fun to fly. I think I like the Bixler a little more. But again, it's a windy day, or windier. It's not super windy, but it's a windier day, and I've flown that Bixler on definitely a nicer day and warmer weather, so that could be part of it. Oh, it's a little smaller bird too, so it doesn't quite float like the Bixler. I try to bring that in against the wind, and it's, you know, the Bixler, I could just about get it in a standstill, or fly still, if you will. But this one, tough to get real slow by me. I mean, it's going pretty slow, but and I guess you take the good with the bad, because she's definitely got more power to get up in the air, whereas the Bixler took me a while to get up there, and this thing will get right up and in the clouds. That's why it's called cloud sky, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, like I say, it's nice if you get in trouble, you just cut the engine, cut the motor down, and let her glide. Alright, I'm going to bring her down. This has been a pretty uneventful, boring video. Maybe something will happen on the landing we can laugh at. I know, I'm kind of annoying, but some people might like these videos anyways. Right on that little clump of grass. I think that was pretty cool. I don't think that battery has a lot of power. Oh, there's a broken prop. Probably one of mine. Anyways, yeah, no, the other thing with the Bixler is I could give it power and take right off the ground, just sliding off the ground. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention on this plane, I didn't like the fact that these ailerons were sticky. They wouldn't move much at all. That's high rates. They move quite a bit. Low rates. So what I did is I just took a knife and cut the bottom part here. You can see where I don't know if you can see it on the video, but I cut along here on the ailerons, and then I just put nylon tape on the top just so I wouldn't lose them. But I didn't like the way they were working. They didn't work much at all, and I tried to bend them and kind of break them in, and that helped. You could do that without using the nylon tape, I guess, but I prefer just slapping a piece of nylon tape on there, and it's fine. I may even do that with the elevator later, but the elevator seemed like it was working pretty good. One thing I did do, which I really screwed up on, is when I took this out of the box, it had this bubble wrap, and I pulled the bubble wrap, started to pull it off, and it tweaked this, bent the rudder wire there, and so I had to take it downstairs and kind of hammer it out and make it so anyways, I had to do a lot of work to get that thing because it was sticking a lot. Anyways, I got that fixed up and good to go though. So I gotta throw in there again. And the good thing about these is you can steer with rudder almost. It's a good trainer to learn to steer with rudder. See, I'm pushing rudder there, pushing rudder. And you don't have to use much elevator. But again, if you want to have a trainer, and I could mix, just use this as a 3-channel. I could just have rudder and elevator, which would be kind of fun. I might do that one day just to see how it flies. Because I have a program with that FlySky that I could just do a 3-channel, and it'd be kind of interesting to do that. Put it on the right-hand stick, the rudder. Anyways, I'm gonna bring her down. It's been, like I say, a rather long video. She floats a lot in that air, so I don't know. I'm trying to bring her down, but she's not landing. I think I'll bring her back around. Start out lower and bring her into the wind here. That's power off way out there. It's probably still gonna make it all the way to me easily.